Running around, got a lot of fools. I still got the crown with the bad tooth. I ain't cool, I don't gotta act cool. Just follow where I lead you, pat me. Blowing through the budget, the cash ain't nothing. The way I flip past, straight tens from the judges. Yeah, I'm the too big, can't flush it. Probably gotta crunch it. Word is, this 10 years in the making. Word is, I'm bringing home the bacon. Word is, they don't see what it take to make it. But the word on the streets, I make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the streets, I make it look easy. Easy, 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 too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy. Make it look easy, but it's not easy. Whip got wings, yeah, I feel like Ron Weasley. Live like kings, so the money ain't measly. Hits like Sting, honey, you cannot beat me. Did it so casual, must be a natural. Heard him say, yeah, it was gradual, but it's diagonal, going up. Me and the capital, super compatible, got me like, let's go.
Gotta hop in my step, gotta bounce in my walk. Rubber bands from the check, it was more than I thought. Fresh press, squeaky clean, wide awake, what a dream.
Hey there, hi, hello, what's the word, baby, tell me you know. Cause I know that the word is this 10 years in the making. Word is I'm bringing home the bacon. Word is they don't see what it take to make it. But the word on the streets, I make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the streets, I make it look easy. Easy, 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 too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
Welcome everyone. We are live. We are live. I hope everyone's doing well today. Today is 15th of April and I believe it's Wednesday. Just double check. Yeah, it is Wednesday. So Wednesday, April 15th, and we're gonna be looking what gold has in store for us today. So as always, let's just check that there are no news in our way. Yeah, so today looks clean. Literally no red news folders. So we are good to go. Let's start with gold as always on a daily time frame. As we already spoke yesterday, yesterday's candle did create a support, but if there was no gap, this candle should have been actually bearish. So it is what it is, and the next candle did not even create a bottom wick, and it actually closed above the previous ranges. So based on the daily, we have still a lot of room to go up. But the only thing is that the daily closed with a very small top wick. So again, there's not much information on the daily. The only thing I can say is that it actually closed above, and we have a clean range to continue going up. So the 4 hour, looks like there's a lot more information about the 4 hour. So as we speak, we created resistance, and by the looks of it, we are looking to create support in 1 hour, which if we look at the daily, if daily is bullish and 4 hours gonna create a new support, which means that this is potentially a daily bottom wick. So we have potential that we're gonna go back up and at least retest these highs, but again, that's gonna be in hour and 12. Until then, yeah, the bias is mixed. So I do like sells and I do like buys today based on the 4 hour. Until we close, if we close and create support, I don't believe there's any more sells left on the table. But for now, as we are still bearish, I believe that we can take buys and sells. So 1 hour has created support as well, resistance. You can just make it, yeah, let's leave it there. So this is our range on the 1 hour. If we can close above, we can take buys, and if we close below, we can take sells. Straightforward. Let's look at the 30-minute. So ranges on the 30-minute, I would say let's first change sells. Sells below here, 100%. But regards buys, let's see, because this is the 4 hour high. Let's just mark it up. Let's just mark the 4 hour high. For buys, I'll be honest, it's tough because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish candles, and for us to take a buy, we need a brand new support. We can't just wait for the candle to close above here and think that it's gonna just continue up. So we do need some structure, and we do need a new support for buys. But sells, if we still believe that the 4 hour is bearish and that we are gonna continue to the downside, we can actually use this clean range which have been created, which does not look bad. Let's look at the 15. Yeah, 15 does not look great, but if you look at our 30-minute candle, if it closes strong bearish, then 1 hour is gonna close strong bearish below. Let's see if we can close below this area on 1 hour. Ideally this area on the 30-minute, yeah, because you can see resistance, support. This looks like a potential sell if we can close below at 9 a.m. Yeah, because in the 15 you can see that this area clearly had some rejections, a lot of them. So yeah, that's gonna be gold, so we're gonna be sells below here, and then just in case if something happens, we can still take sells below here. But again, to take sells below here, we're gonna need a new resistance, because breakouts without new resistances or supports, it's quite dangerous. I've tried trading it for 3.5 years, and breakout is actually one of my least favorite setups, because they always look clean, but you actually need to know how to trade them. Otherwise, it is difficult. It might look easy, just wait for a candle to close below here, but there's many more nuances to just a closure below or above, which we're gonna go in depth sometime in the future. Okay, so that's gold. We have 7 more minutes. Let's look at silver. So daily on silver, very similar to gold. The only thing that there's even a smaller wick, and we already tapped some type of previous resistance. And 4 hour is bearish, so we tapped resistance on the daily. 4 hours bearish. If this candle can close weak, we can still continue selling. Again, if it closes bullish, we can still look for buys. I'm a little bit concerned that we already tapped this, you can call it target, we already tapped this area. Potentially after so many bullish candles, we want to make a rejection, a support, and then continue going up. So yeah, based on the 4 hour, ideally some nice sells with very weak closure on the 4 hour. So 1 hour candle, we have our support, and we were gonna have our resistance in 6 minutes. But as there's not enough range, I'm gonna use previous resistance. Let's look at the 30. So yeah, 30 is saying the same. All buys are gonna be above here, and sells are gonna be below 78 and above 79. 15, yeah, all look the same. So I would take sells below here and buys above here. Obviously this range, again, I think is massive. It's like 182 pips for silver. That's a lot. So we can still trade this range. I wouldn't say it's a no trade range, but we need to be very mindful trading this range, any range, honestly, because trading ranges is quite hard, honestly. Just opening the zoom, I'm gonna show you, draw some candles, and so okay, ideally what I would want to see for silver, as we are looking that we're gonna close weak bullish on the 4 hour, but again, 4 hour breakout, as our closest resistance is over here, we would need a new resistance. It will gonna look something like this. So let's say this candle closes like this, and then it's 9:15. 9:30, and then on the last 15-minute candle, if we can close below, that would be a perfect setup for me on silver today. Otherwise, if it just closes below, let's say it just closes this, it does not look great because our close resistance is quite far away. If we look at, yeah, that's already a 30-minute. So yeah, if that would be a 15-minute, I could potentially ignore it. But as it is a 30-minute, we do need a new resistance. So we have 3 minutes left on this. There's no potential now in the next 15 minutes. What did I do? Yeah. So yeah, on gold we have potential, but we need to wait 3 more minutes. Because this candle is already quite weak, so if the next can create a resistance, we could potentially go down and close below this area. We have clean traffic, at least half of the range we want to clear. So let's say 3 more minutes. Can gold do it? While we wait, I'm gonna open silver chart on my other screen, so I just don't miss anything. Because when you're used to trading just one pair, it's quite hard to not forget about looking at the second pair. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna make sure it's in front of my eyes and I actually see it. Okay, so that is the chart. Forty 45 seconds left. Let's see, can we close below? And if you can't, it's not really a problem, because ideally we want to take our entry at New York Stock Exchange open anyways. So if we need to wait half an hour, that's completely fine to me. Yep, so this closed above, nothing. Weak bearish, very weak bearish. Yep, we just continue to wait. Let's look at silver. So this is actually good for silver. I like that it did not close below. We still have 1 hour. If we can potentially create some type of range on 15-minute, and then after 4-hour closure we can close below, then that is an A+ setup. Okay, so this broke all the highs and it's rejecting now, which is very interesting. But there's nothing we can do. The price can drop all the way down, and that's not gonna be bothering me because we did not get our closure. So we will just need to continue and wait. That's what I like about this strategy, that you need to wait for closures. There's no impulsivity, you might say. You don't need to react. You don't need to just be glued to the charts, because everything is based on closures, and closures are happening every 15 minutes. I do not go below 15-minute chart. Let's see if this candle can close below. I think even with the 30 being weak and above, and 1 hour being weak, if this 15 can close below, I think it's still a good trade, just because it's 9:15 and volume's gonna kick in. We can easily clean all this range. But if it doesn't, again, it does not matter. We're just gonna continue to wait. And yesterday after the stream there were no trades as well. The market was just a big mess. I did not find anything. So where was this stream yesterday's? Yeah, this was it. It just kept popping higher and higher and higher. So yeah, this candle could break, or it can break the low and then reject and close around 31.5. I think that would be the best case scenario for 9:15 sells, because we already broke all these highs, which I don't know, is that a liquidity, is it not? But it did broke all these highs in like first minute, I believe, and now it's trying to come down. There's not much to do while we wait. Yeah, ideally, in ideal scenario, we want 30-minute candle to close below, because that's going to be New York Stock Exchange open. But I'm okay with the 15 as well, just because it's high times of volume. If it was not for 9 AM, I would definitely wait for 30-minute closure. So silver is actually doing what I love to see. If you look at the silver, it's actually going up, which is lovely. But the main thing for me on silver is this 4-hour closure, because I do not trade it often, but I'm trying to implement it, so I want to be double cautious before taking any trades on silver. We just need to keep ranging for a while. Sorry guys, I'm a bit sick. Do not feel too well. I need to log into my Lucid account, otherwise I think we're gonna have 30-day inactivity and it's gonna go bust, so I need to take like a 1 MGC trade on this today. Or anything, yeah, for this to not violate 30-day inactivity rule. Can we actually get our first trade of the week today? Hopefully we can. So we got our stream record on this screen, which is 0 points, 0 losses. Oh, I made a mistake. And 1 break even. Just thinking, is there a potential for buys at 9:30? Maybe if you close above, but then again, range is enough. Just trying to think and look through all the possible scenarios in and around the market open, because we know the volume is there. Did we break the high again? Let's see. No, we did not break the high again. We respected it. Okay, so 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Something might potentially be brewing here. Can we close below in the next 50 seconds? If we can't, I actually prefer it, as I mentioned before. Because now if we create a new support on 15, and if we can create new resistance and close below at 9:30, that would be nice. Okay, so we did close bullish. Nothing for us to do. Let's see how silver closed. So silver pushed through the whole range and closed just a little bit below. So yeah, the 4 hour is gonna be the key today. 4 hours gonna be the key. Because now we could potentially take sells. Let's see, let's say if this candle does something like this. Yeah, something like this. And now we can take sales at 9:30. Because 4 hours gonna be bearish. Everything else gonna be back in the range. And there's a high chance that this candle is gonna want to come back down and retest the whole range. So this would be setup number 1 on the open for silver. So let's keep it on. And on gold, all we need is a red candle closing below, next one giving us a top wick, and this would be our entry. So these are the two setups which we can take in the next 15 minutes. But again, we need to wait for the closure to do so. That's gonna be another 12 minutes. Oh, hello, we do have a viewer. How are you doing today? Our first live viewer today. Let's all say hello in the chat. Welcome them in. And we are waiting on the market open now. Or potentially sells on gold if we close below 33. Or sells, it now shows buys above, but I'm not gonna take buys above. If we can close below 79.47, but we need some type of rejection. I need to see this candle to at least try to move up and then close bearish. Oops, I think I just did something wrong. Again, I can't see the chat, I think. Why is that? Let's see. Did something wrong. Or just nobody's texting on the chat, so I have no idea. Okay, we just lost the viewer, so it is what it is. Everyone has many viewers and we have none, which is completely fine with me. This area is very interesting. If you can see, it's just been retraced so many times. Every single wick was once down here, even these, and we still can't close below, and they're just pushing up now. But I don't see clear buys, unfortunately. If there wasn't this resistance, then potentially, because already ripped up, we are now creating new support. It would be buys of support. Daily is bullish, 4 hour is bearish, but definitely pushing up. Like, it has 40 minutes, and what are the chances it's not gonna create support? And those chances are low. So by the looks of it, we're gonna be looking for buys for this whole session. But again, ideal buys are above here, but for us to take a buy above there, we're gonna need new structure, new support, and that's gonna be a few hours at least. This price عشان lately how long I was mic-less. Yeah, so we need to wait for the for the 4-hour closure before we can actually do anything. Not much to do, not much to do. Everything is pumping. Hello, our dear viewer. Who is it? If I need to bet, that's my wife, who I love very, very much. She's my biggest supporter. But unfortunately, wifey, does not look like there's gonna be any setups today. At least not on the live stream. After, potentially. While we're here, doubt that is gonna happen. But I will wait for the 4-hour to close and then do a new breakdown. And only after that, if there is nothing, I'm gonna go for today. But we still have 16 minutes left together. So you can ask me any questions you want. Okay, so we got this closure, but unfortunately there's no valid information for us to take advantage of. Yeah, silver is still above the range, and gold is literally just ranging. Even with the open of the market, the candle does not know where it's gonna go. So our best bet is to wait for a 4 hour to close, do a brand new top-down analysis, and continue to wait. I'm sorry guys, my head is not not working today, so I can't spit any real value. But as we are approaching the 4 hour closure on silver and gold, I'm gonna remove these cells below, because the 4 hours gonna close bullish, so I'm not gonna really look for any sells. I'm gonna look for buys. Buys above here, not really a fake out, but buys above closure. Yeah, if you can go down, create a new support for us to continue on the 4 hour bias, we can potentially take buys. But what we would need to see is like one candle, maybe two candles, and then if the next candle can close above the previous range, create a wick and break the high. Sorry, I'm bad at drawing these wicks. This would be our setup if 4 hour closes bullish, which it will. So this is what I'm gonna look for silver after the 4 hour closure. So we are removing all the potential sells. And if we look at gold, yeah, gold is messed up. It's gonna be same thing. We're gonna need to wait for a pullback, maybe one more, And then if we can create a new support, that's when we can take our buys to come back up. This is what we are looking for. We can't just take these buys above this level. We need to wait for a structure to form before we actually do something, because 30 is gonna be overextended. 1 hour is creating support now, so that's fine. And the 4 hours closes, so for us to get a setup, we need basically a new structure, which means it's gonna take time. So I think that is gonna be it for today. Because the market is chopped and we literally need to wait for an hour and a half for our potential setup. And because there's 0 viewers and I can't talk to myself all day, I think that this is gonna be it for today. But we still have Thursday and Friday, so hopefully the price action is gonna clear up and give us at least something this week. But who knows, it might not. There have been many weeks without any trades, so it's nothing new to me. But okay guys, it was a pleasure speaking with you today, and I hope you have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow.